So I guess this is the video in which I open up about everything YouTube, show you my plans going forward in the next year, and this time, well, for the first time, open up about my finances and what I made with 7,000 YouTube subscribers in the year 22 in the filmmaking tech review space. I'll start with a recap of last year's plans, how that went, what I changed, and then go into the outlook for the year 23, what my plans are, and then reveal how much I made in 2022. So without further ado, let's hop into the video right after the intro. 2022 was interesting to say at least. I tried to stay as consistent as the year before and drop a video every 5 to 8 days, which actually happened. In total I dropped 51 videos which had different lengths and different vibes. The total runtime of those videos ranged from the shortest one, which was 3 minutes and 10 seconds, to the longest one, which was 14 minutes and 34 seconds. Most of them fit into the 8-minute category, which, to be honest, is not only the perfect sweet spot. Most viewers actually have the attention span to watch a video, but this is also the threshold of YouTube monetization and the barrier for adding more ads to your videos. The video with the most views that I dropped this year was the Steam Deck review, which made as much views as my most viewed video in the first 2 years of this channel. Well, in one single day. And then the next day it instantly died. Overall I had quite more, 1,000 plus view videos than I anticipated last year. 1,000 plus views, for those who are interested, is a measure for me to see if these types of videos or these specific niches the video topic is in is indeed interesting enough to warrant more videos on the same topic, and overall I'm happy with the outcome this year. I also made multiple 10k plus view videos, which shows that those topics are especially interesting for people and will warrant even more videos in the future, either on the topic or the brand itself. Negatives were and still are the Apple branded videos, which are always the worst performing ones. And it is pretty easy to guess why, since there are a million other creators clogging the airways with the same video on the same product actually 2 weeks prior to mine. So I think I will drop those specific videos in the future. Of course, and as always, there were quite a few videos that I hoped would have gained more traction than they actually did. Especially the newest advertisement tutorial did a lot worse than I expected, and I'm debating with myself if the topic of creating more advertisements and especially social media commercial tutorials in this specific style is worth making these videos anymore, since this takes quite a lot of time and there's so little views to gain from. Which is also apparent on most bigger creators' YouTube channels. Most of the audience for those kinds of videos have either wandered to other platforms such as Instagram Reels or TikTok, and let's be honest, I'm not really a fan of creating short, snack-sized, forgettable content. I would love to hear your opinion on that in the comments, so feel free to open up the pit of doom right down there. At the end of last year, I made myself the goal of reaching 5k subscribers by the end of 2022, and I definitely got more than that. By the time this video is recorded, I jumped over the 7k subscriber mark, which is a fantastic feeling. But somehow, there isn't as much interaction as I hoped there would be. I made roughly 5k subscribers this year, and the outlook is even better for next year. Views wise, I crushed what I made the previous year by a mile. In 2019 I made this amount of views, 125 subs and 662 watch hours. 2020 I made this amount of views, 402 subs and 1542 watch hours. In 2021 I made 100,000 views, 1,610 subs and 4,250 watch hours, and in 2022 I made roughly 400,000 views, 5,000 subscribers and 15,000 watch hours. Interestingly enough, this year was also very good in terms of making new connections with other YouTubers. Even though I had 0 features on my channel this year, which I hope to change again in 2023. But in terms of partnerships with companies, I made a huge leap forward. I not only had multiple partnerships for my studio rebuild series, but also some long-term clients send me some of their gear for reviewing purposes. Just like that. I also made a connection with 2 different agencies that work for different bigger companies and distribute and handle all the influencer thing and product launches. It's a weird feeling being recognized as an influencer when you're just creating videos on things you are interested in, and I am actually starting to decline things regularly that I am not interested in. I wonder how it feels if you have like 100k subscribers and getting a bazillion emails a day when I'm already getting about 2 to 5 every day offering things things ranging from batteries to tools specific for woman needs. And how much money did I make this year with my YouTube channel? This is the all-important question that most people are interested in. Well, myself included. I find it really interesting to see how much money you can earn with being creative and having fun with your so-called, well, hobby. I will show you how much I made from YouTube advertising, as well as from 3 different income streams as well, which is first, digital products that I've sold. Second, it's affiliate marketing, and in this case, well, mostly Amazon. And finally, sponsored posts or paid content. I will start with YouTube Adsense throughout the year. Then I move towards digital products, affiliate money, sponsorships, and merch as the last one. Starting out in January, I roughly made between 1 and 2 euros a day on Adsense alone, which netted me the immense sum of 49.94. Pretty good for the first month in my opinion. In February and March, not much changed, and we got another 50 euros each. But at the end of the month, my RPM and my CPM began to steadily rise. Slowly, but they did. So in April I made 61 euros in total. Fantastic, that's roughly 2 euros a day. And then in May, after I dropped the Steam Deck review, my RPM rose to 3 euros a day. And I made 126 euros this month, meaning I doubled the month before. I also made 13 euros and 20 cents on one single day, the highest amount I made the whole year. Between May and August, everything hovered at the same amount. Nothing changed much, and I made roughly 100 euros a month, while my RPM was at 3 euros and 12 cents. And then in September, with an RPM of 3 euros and 30 cents, I made 152 euros 33. Almost triple the amount I made in January, and between 5 and 6 euros every single day. Seeing this, you begin to realize that this can actually become a great side income and maybe even more in the years to come. In October, I made almost the same amount, but a tad more, 167 euros and 18 cents. And then, well, November, the biggest shopping month of the year, brought in 230 euros and 83 cents with an RPM of 4 euros and 17 cents. This is almost 5 times the amount I made in January. December seems to be on par with November, so this will roughly be another 150 euros or so. So in total, from YouTube Adsense alone, I made 1,260 euros and 87 cents. This is way more than I expected, and it is a great side money income, no doubt. But to put this into perspective, this isn't even minimum wage per month in Germany, which is 1,584 euros per month as of this video. Let's get into digital products I created this year, which is precisely one thing: LUTs or lookup tables for the ZV-10. I got asked at the beginning of the year how I color grade, and so I decided to put out a small pack of different LUTs I made for myself using the Sony ZV-10 and mostly using the HLG profile for recording. For a minimum of $1 on my website, pay what you want. And people were actually interested, which is so cool. To this day I sold 79 packs for a total of 293 euros. Right now I'm preparing my next pack of LUTs for the Sony FX30 S-Log3 group, which will include another 5 to 10 different LUTs for different situations. Next up, it's affiliate money, which is mostly concentrated on Amazon and one more retailer on my channel. Affiliate is a small percentage-based income that I get when people are actually buying things they really like through my links on different sellers on the internet, well, Amazon in that case. I'm linked into the 6 biggest markets there, including the UK, Germany, France, and of course the Americas. And I have to say, it's very interesting seeing what people actually order through Amazon, especially in the United States. In total this year, I made 517 euros and 61 cents through Amazon affiliate. Most of this comes through Amazon US. On the other affiliate places combined, I made 404 euros and 55 cents, which in total, when combining everything, generated me the sum of 922 euros and 16 cents. This is great, and it will only increase over time. Next up, sponsorships which are paid, which are mostly products I reviewed on this channel that I would use myself, but the company behind the product itself is willing to pay to have it placed. None of this actually deflects my opinion on the product, and I make sure that I only do this when the product itself is good enough, as well as the conditions are appropriate to my standards. This happened actually twice this year. and I declined quite a lot and brought in another 574 euros and 50 cents, which happened mostly at the beginning of the year, and me actually being a very small channel under 5,000 subscribers, making this a great extra income. And then lastly, there is merchandise. I had the brand Leech TM for a couple of years and created merch under it for a long time frame. This year I neglected this in favor of the channel itself, only releasing a couple of new designs. I tried a couple of things in secret and will release them this year, including something specifically catered to my filmmaking crowd on YouTube. Merch design made me another 244 euros in total, which is way less than the years before. So these are all my incomes tied to this YouTube channel, excluding the rental fee for my gears and the income from shooting commercials and other videos. When combining all of this on the road to 7K subscribers, I made the staggering amount of 3,294 euros and 98 cents. Sounds like much, but let's be real. It is a crazy amount of money for being monetized for 1 year and a great side income. But when you break it down even further, I made 51 videos this year, so this netted me 64 euros and 60 cents per video produced. I put in roughly 25 to 30 hours of writing scripts, filming, editing, color grading, creating thumbnails, sounds, music, and then uploading to YouTube. Breaking this down even more, taking 25 hours as the median time, I made 2 euros and 58 cents per hour invested. The minimum wage per hour in Germany is 12 euros. So I need to make another 9 euros and 42 cents per hour to get minimum pay. So in thinking this actually through, I need to make 3.65 times the money per video to reach minimum pay with the same amount of hours put into every single video as right now. So this either means roughly I need to get 200 euros each video, or roughly 30,000 subscribers all watching at the same time every video. So do you see, this is quite something to go until this can actually become more than just a hobby to me. So I guess on to other things. Last year I promised to invest around 250 euros per month into this channel, and I'm happy to say I think I actually did. Everything I earned with this channel in the year 2022, well, it was reinvested into new, better and overall more usable equipment to up not only the production quality but also the speed in which I can produce new videos. Most of that came in June when I moved to a new home, as well as building out my new set and my new studio, which required almost 70% of my total budget spent this year. I invested roughly 3,000 euros into my new camera system, the Sony FX30 you are watching right now, which includes the camera itself, a cage, the Atomos monitor for recording and watching back, SSDs in that case, a new tripod system, and a bit more. I also invested in an overhead rigging system and the new lights, 3 in total, and also the furniture inside the studio cost quite some money. And at the end of the year, I still had some money over from doing some commercial shootings and renting out my equipment, so I invested this into my first ever cine lens and its adapter, the IRIX 30mm T1.5 in the PL mount, for future things. There will surely be a video about this coming next year sometime. All I can say is, wow. So, what are the plans for the year 23? Of course, as always, doubling the subscribers again would be fantastic. So 15k subscribers is the minimum goal this year. If everything goes right, 20k is actually what I'm aiming at. In terms of views, I tried to reach 500k views this year and I almost did it. I'm this close to it. So I would go for another doubling of this as well and try to reach this sounds so ridiculously in my head and trying to speak it out to you, 1 million views. It's so ridiculous, but awesome at the same time. Watch hours are actually not that relevant anymore, so I would actually let this fall under the rug. In terms of partnerships and working with companies, I would love to get 1 or 2 more steady partners this year, especially in terms of product reviews. It's still very hard to get samples on time and not 2 weeks after the product has actually been already released. YouTube is a very time-sensitive game in the tech review part, and most views are made in the first 2 to 3 days of a release. I would also love to get a video sponsor on board to help me with the monthly costs, but maybe this is still too early in my channel's life. If not, hey Epidemic Sound, I'm looking at you. Other than that, I'm trying to weed out irrelevant topics and niches that I think aren't that relevant to my audience anymore, and try to integrate even more niche down content. This actually includes more reviews of filmmaking gear and tech in general, because I like that. More commercial shootings and on-set videos, which will happen more often this year, starting from January on with 2 big shootings that are already planned. I'm also planning on creating more tutorial videos this year, at least 1 per month. I have already planned out 8 videos in its beginning stages and will start creating those at the end of the year, because free time finally. And after creating similar things the last 2 years, I decided to do at least 1 big project per year from now on. These things could either be short films, a documentary, something animated, or anything in between. I really like last year's Star Wars short. And I'm looking forward to creating and taking you with me on this journey at least once per year. Once. This includes behind the scenes as well as breakdowns of techniques and more. I hope you will enjoy this as well as me. So to end this video, I'm wishing you a great end of the year and hopefully an even better start in the next one. This year, well, it went by really fast. Thank you very much for watching my video, commenting, correcting, arguing and buying things through my links. My name is Leech and I'm off writing the next scripts. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure you should and could actually subscribe to this channel. In total, there are 3 more of this type of contents and many other things available for you to watch. Have a great day, see you around, and goodbye.